Next up, we're going to route a channel for the pickup selector wire to go. So we just have to route a channel. It's going to go from where this port is going to be here on the body down to the pickup cavity down here. So we'll have to start by drilling a hole that's going to go through the top. The top has not been glued down yet, so we'll have to mark out where the top is going to go. We're going to drill what's going to be tantamount to a locator hole for that pickup selector. We'll drill that hole. We'll mark out through the template where the pickup cavity is going to be, and then we're going to peel all this back and just route a channel from the pickup selector hole down to the pickup cavity. Before we mount this top, we're just going to run these edges through a joiner to kind of clean them up a little bit. They fit, and you can clamp them so that they would look nice, but they're just that much nicer if you run them through a joiner on each side. So that's what we'll go ahead and do. So after going through the joiner, now you can see how well they fit. You almost can't see the seam. That's what a good run through the joiner will do for you. So that works out pretty good. So I don't know if you could hear it in the previous video, but when you're running a joiner like that and you want to get a nice flush edge, you're using your ears quite a bit, and what you're listening for is you want to hear the blade of the jointer engage the edge all the way down. That means that that the surface is even, and that it's making a nice even cut. It's the same way as if when you're using a hand plane, and you know that your piece is going to be smooth if you get one long curly cue for the entire run. If you run it down and you just get little curly cues in certain places, then you know that your edge is still not even, because it'll kind of meet the edge and then skip and then meet again. But yeah, when you run the joiner, you're just listening for one long even tone, and then that means that you've got your edge nice and flush. I've drilled a couple locator holes for the top, so I'm just gonna kind of tack these in here so that they stay in the same place, and that way we can make that hole for the pickup selector and then route our channel. And then once we put our top back on, we'll make sure that everything's in the same place. So that should work out. Up as best we can. same thing for the pickup cavity. We're just gonna, we're actually gonna mark off kind of a target, a place that we want to put our route line at. So we can probably, aim for somewhere over here in the corner. That'll probably work out just fine. Yeah, right about there. And we just need it to kind of intersect any part of that pickup cavity. We'll be in good shape. So there we go. Let's drill a hole in here. Okay. So we got the top pieces removed. This is the body mahogany right here. And here's the two locator holes. That's where our pickup selector switch is going to be, and that's going to be the target for the pickup cavity. So I'm just going to route a line from here to here. Pretty simple. Okay, there's our nice routed channel, and that should work out pretty good, and the pickup cavity will be over here. That router bit was also a little bit dull, as you can probably tell by the smoke and the burnt appearance of this channel that we've routed. How do you know when your router bits are dull? When you smell smoke. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing for the two pickup cavities. We're going to make a channel that's going to run between these two pickup cavities, and then we're going to have a channel that runs from the pickup cavity down to the electronics cavity down here. So one and then two. So now we've got all of our channels cut, and the next part is going to be gluing on the top. So the kind of interesting thing about that is that when you've got these big flat pieces that you need to glue on, they're going to want to move in a couple dimensions on you. So you have to keep them flat because the wood itself has a little bit of a wave to it. So you have to hold them flat and you have to pinch them together at the same time. So that's why we're using nails to kind of mount them in the right place. And then we're going to get a little bit creative with the way that we clamp these up, so you'll see. And now it's time for the glue up. So we're going to take these three pieces for the top, and we're going to apply glue pretty much from up here all the way down. We're just going to squeegee it down, and just with an old credit card. And we're going to be using Tight Bond Ultimate Wood Glue. I've found this stuff to be excellent, and I'm going to spray it all over here, or squirt it rather, and get going. try to keep it out of the cavities, but it's not a real big deal if a little bit gets in there. It's okay. And here's the glue up rig. It's not exactly fancy, but hopefully it will work and do an okay job. Let's see, it's just kind of down on there. I have some of these clamps just holding up any loose spots. And, we'll see how it turns out.